Hello to all of my Taurians. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend, doing some things to pour into yourselves. Let's get into your reading. The moon is in Aquarius. And so here we have to attract good fortune, Psalm 74. You can copy verses 16 through 17 onto a paper and keep the talisman beside the bed and read it 3 times upon rising to attract good fortune. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. All right, so when the moon is in Aquarius, waning in Aquarius, the energy is perfect for releasing outdated beliefs, detaching from emotional baggage, and embracing a visionary change, right? So, first question for you is, for source, is what outdated beliefs or mental patterns is Taurus ready to release? Oh, okay. Then we had the 3 of Cups. This would be kind of like connecting with people who talk about people behind their backs to make people feel worthless or make them feel left out, right? Especially if they're thriving behind closed doors, and removing any emotionally immature comments. Getting from around people who like to talk about people behind their back and people who are emotionally immature. So it could be whoever it is. And then in what ways is Taurus emotionally detaching and is serving or hurting them? So the source wants you to emotionally detach from talking to certain energies. You know, when they're talking about your if you're dad or a mom or whatever, you know, get away from the conversation where people are talking about people behind their backs. Just stop talking. Especially if somebody is thriving. I feel like something has made somebody just feel worthless. And it's just been really heavy on them, just like a heavy weight. It's just something has just been overwhelming. Right? So, and even that's the assumption. I would even say, like, if you're on social media and people are watching excuse me, people are watching something on social media, if you're a reader, just like, I say in my readings, try to protect your energy and the energy connected to other people. Don't bring your personal life on in readings. Please do not. People assume what they want to assume anyway. You have no control over that. This is the I believe sign. People are going to believe what they want to believe regardless. If somebody is holding on to some secrets this card right here does not mean that somebody is pregnant with a child. This means somebody's business is growing, abundance and prosperity. But people are going to believe what they want to believe regardless, right? And if somebody is sitting around watching something, because I'm talking to your second house, right? Right? So speaking to somebody's second house, right? The second house is about personal resources, money habits, possessions, values, financial security, self-worth, whatever. Somebody could believe that somebody is physically pregnant and they are not. That could mean their business is growing. That could mean their abundance and prosperity, their spiritual gifts. So it's just trying to get somebody in the spiritual realm. So this right here speaks to secrets. Somebody's gifts are growing in there. Somebody's gifts are growing. Like, for instance, when you feel something in your back, it's like your spirit from within is telling you, okay, the moon is in a particular, it could be in a particular particular zodiac sign, right? And that could be the secret to you knowing something. Okay, you know something because your back is hurting, right? Let me see how I can kind of sort of liken this. You know how, like, when sometimes your elders may say, I smell rain, right before it starts raining, or my joints are hurting. So it's something that's about to happen, right? So for instance, that would be a psychic gift, right? It's not like somebody's ancestors or elders had some secret rain machine that they feel like, okay, it smelled like rain, so I'm gonna force it to rain. Yeah, words are very powerful, but source is saying some people are just trying to get some people to just stop talking altogether, and that's what you have in common. Like when people are trying to get people to stop talking altogether, they just create stuff. Just create instead of using something good to create something that's so overwhelming. It actually ends up making people and causing a nightmare. So source is saying somebody needs to stop watching something. They need to cut something off. Yeah, because somebody asking why this and why that and why this and why something. Yeah, here's the Ace of Wands here. Yeah. I feel like there's kind of an obsession here at this point. Like I always tell people, like, listen, if tarot cannot become somebody's end all and be all, right? Looking at the cards here, somebody is connected to somebody who is very meticulous to a point of just being critical, like to a point of just like it's on a dark side of the sixth house. They criticize people's health. They criticize, like somebody might say, "Oh, this person's getting bigger. They must be pregnant." Something is just so overwhelming for somebody. It don't even make any sense. Like somebody could be that cold, or somebody's like, "Oh, they getting bigger. They gain weight. They must be pregnant," or like somebody just nitpicks everything. They're working so hard. They must be getting ready to get put out of somewhere. I mean, just or nitpicking the kids, or daily routines, or fitness, or pets, or service to others. Like something has just been so overwhelming for some energies that people are just creating. It's just with the emotional immaturity because somebody feels like something is their way or the highway. Yeah, so something is just. So now that whether you're a man or woman doesn't really matter. You're a prayer warrior. Something has almost like gone from, like I said, 12th house, which is about spirituality, addictions, psychic abilities, healing, solitude, endings, world service, secrets, emotions. Somebody has gone from a belief in nitpicking every single person in somebody's house, every single house, their first through the 12th house, coming back around to first house, their personality, temperament, a self-awareness. At some point for you, you're grateful that something is over. Somebody is just grateful that something is just over because something was affecting your 11th house, your friendships, your community, your goals, your hopes, your wishes, your awareness, humanitarianism, technology, and also your future. Something was just, all because some energies had a first impression of something and decided, like I said, to sacrifice something. So you're on top of something. Some energies, this is what you have in common with some energies. And people think that you were kind of on a high horse, like you think you're better than people. I don't know that that is the truth for somebody. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. But what I'm looking at here in your cards, that people were trying to make it seem like there's a justification. Anyway, there's a death card. Something is over. Something is over. You've ended something. You finally decided to end something because something has just been so overwhelming. It's just it don't even you're finally putting a manhole cover over the past. Somebody finally just saying, okay, yeah, you're free from something. Here's a page of wands. Somebody was trying to send a message, just being shady towards energies, but something is now over. Something is closed out. Yeah. There's two cards here. Let's see. Two of wands, ace of cups here. Um, Somebody created a situation where two people were apart from each other and somebody felt very much alone. I mean, just what in the world? So somebody's never coming back to something. Here's the ace of cups here. Something has just caused something to just die inside somebody. Like somebody just don't even want it in terms of future believing in themselves. Something has just really just caused somebody to just say, you know what, just forget it. Just forget it. If that was the goal that somebody wanted to do, then they accomplished their goal. But that's coming. That energy is coming back. It's coming back. Somebody just completely just ended someone's dream, and this is somebody's child. Somebody's child just don't even dream again. It's something just ridiculous. So something feels like somebody was blindsided when it comes to hearing something from two people's ear. So anyway, 6, 7. Yeah, if somebody has an energy that is obsessed with watching energies online, listen, turn the station, turn the program, something. Water is reflective. And the first time we experience water is in a womb, and somebody doesn't feel safe around something where they spending more time watching something and nitpicking every little thing, where it's making somebody feel worthless and feeling left out of something. And they acting like, listen, here's the Queen of Swords here. Yeah. I feel like you're going to put your emotions to the side and take some kind of action. Just be like, you know what? Turn the programming off, turn the television off, turn the recorder off, or whatever somebody's doing. That's what I have for you. Yeah, but if you're a reader yourself, just like I would tell people, if you're trying to protect your relationships or whatever, don't put everything on social media. If you're sharing a little bit of here, sharing a little bit of there, unless you're a celebrity where you got cameras following you everywhere, you can't help it. Keep your life off of social media. People just like to be tied to people energetically. This is right here. And something just ends something for people. Somebody just nitpick every little thing, whoever this energy is. Nothing about this is cute. Deepening. Once you're on earth for enough lifetimes, your old soul will begin for non-grasping detachment and surrender. They bring the peace of God. Yeah. Somebody is learning how to detach, for real. Somebody's learning how to detach. I always tell people, listen, you don't want people in your business. Looking at your cards here, like I said, the moon in Aquarius is energy is perfect for releasing outdated beliefs, detaching from emotional baggage, and embracing visionary change, right? So Aquarius is a sign that marches to the beat of their own drum. They're not following just the strict way of doing something, right? Source is saying to you, water, this fluidity here, this water here, until you put it in some kind of a container. It's like basically someone was trying to contain someone's creativity, control someone's creativity, but it was making somebody else feel left out and making somebody else feel worthless. Like I said, water is reflective. Somebody felt unsafe because people trying to control what they create. All for money. Somebody got enough information at this point. Somebody got enough information at this point. Here's a 7 of Swords here. Everything that's being said about people behind their back is not negative. I mean, for real. 7 of Swords typically could be like character assassination, but somebody is also using a logical mind. Again, very logical. If you know that, for instance, this is about duality. Let's say, for instance, somebody could have had an opinion. You could have somebody like in which somebody in common, and somebody could be sitting there dogging this energy out, talking about somebody like a dog behind their back, right? This energy would be considered as like the mayor, right? So let's say, for instance, you had an association with a high-ranking official, and some people were saying something really negative about that high-ranking official that you had somebody in common with, and somebody says, "No, they're actually defending somebody behind their back." They're like, no. They basically saying, no, people may think this, but somebody else is saying something positive behind that energy's back. Source is saying, listen, This is what I'm talking about. The waning moon in Aquarius, releasing outdated beliefs where things have to be just done one way, or it's one way or the highway. To attract good fortune, Psalm 74. You're going to copy verses 16 and 17 on paper. You're going to keep a talisman beside the bed, read it 3 times upon rising. Nothing like a good old psalm. But somebody is now learning that everybody that's talking about people behind their back, some things people just sit there and record stuff. Well, anyway, they're just looking for a reason to hang somebody out to dry. Source is saying to you, a total abuse of power and position. But something has already come back around. Something has already come back around. So trust your first mind. Somebody misses you. Do the mirror work, whoever you are. We're talking about second house. Your sun, moon, rising, and Venus does not have to be Taurus. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. I'm talking to your second house. Second house is about personal resources, money habits, possessions, values, financial security, self-worth, and also income. Know your worth. You are who they prayed for. Something is not as deep as you think it is. Somebody is amongst incubi and succubi. That don't mean somebody sleeping with somebody. Like I already did a whole video on. Anyway, yeah, you have a whole new attitude. Somebody could be among, as it says, among incubi and succubi. Yeah, unless you're new to my channel, like I said before, that don't mean somebody sleeping with somebody. You could literally be, when we talk about auric layer, you can be in people's auric layer, and they could be incubi and succubi. Doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is going to adopt that particular lifestyle or be a part of that. Somebody could be around people who drink and don't touch anything, or be around people who cussing and they using one, you know. Don't give yourself a headache over something. Yeah, love up on yourself more. Your inner child is proud of you. You made a positive impact on somebody. So somebody, you're having a tower moment. You're having some kind of an awakening, but it's a I want to say it's a quiet tower. Like basically somebody is just having a total recall that not everything that's said about somebody behind their back is negative. Not everything that's done behind somebody's back is a negative situation. So whatever this is, source is saying to you, something is you have a message that's coming through. Somebody has a message that is coming through. I feel like somebody felt like they were pulled into something, and you're finally putting a manhole cover over something and creating something new where you can protect something. You feel like something is brand new for you. Like it's the first time you've experienced something like something, whoever, or whatever. But that's what I have for you. That is what I have for somebody. But yeah, we have, like I said, somebody is not going back to being around. Yeah, here's a spark of life. Don't sink into hopelessness and despair, but guess whoever wrote this card meant to say for in you lives, but they wrote for in you lives a spark of life that is undefeated and unbeatable. You can overcome everything your destiny depends upon. Do it your way. You were never meant to fit in. You were born to be wild and free in the force of nature, here to build new and better worlds. Allow yourself to go and do that. You are complete. You are not broken. Nothing is wrong with you. Don't spend your life fixing problems. Dwell in the beauty of your being. You are enough now and always. The pause is the shift. Your past is now behind you. All you desire is right in front of you. Pause to reconnect with your power and follow the pull of your destiny without agenda. Pure love and everything you have dreamed will happen when you are ready to give love without expecting anything in return. True givers receive. And that is what I have for someone. But somebody is having a silent tower moment, like just this awakening here. Yeah, something, yeah. That some people really just do march to the beat of their own drum. Here's this pink hair, you know. Some people just move on and just take their power with them. Somebody could have left power with two energies. What you may have in common is that you may have left power with two energies that you probably should take back with you. And you could have given two energies your power, like and didn't realize. Who knows? Who knows? Only you know. Here we have Spirit of Life. Remember, you are never alone. The Spirit of Life is with you. The world takes care of you. Allow yourself to rest in the realization and feel the lightness in you. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. See you all in the next video. Bye.